In this tutorial, we're going to look at the discussion post. Alongside the page and the assignment, the discussion post is that most common used course item, which allows students to actually reply to one another in a thread of some sort. Not only that, but discussion posts can be used beyond just conversationally, can be used for, say, study guides or for a show and tell type post where students can share something and then comment on each other's. And so let's go ahead and glance at the discussion post together. So I've gone ahead and jumped into one of my modules, and I'm going to minimize this one and take you actually to an older module because I have a discussion post right there. And in this discussion, I've asked them to do a getting to know you. And so you can see here just some things that you would pay attention to. In the upper right corner here tells you how many discussions and replies there are. So you can see that's 45 and 61. As well, it gives you the date of when it was posted. The top part resembles most posts or pages or assignments that have the rich content editor. You can see that really any text, video, or imagery can be added. Okay, because I have actual student data in here, I'm going to go ahead and jump into just discussions, and we'll create a new discussion. Now, before we do though, this is the discussion index page. This doesn't require a whole tutorial on its own, but just like the assignment index page, it allows you to create discussion groups and kind of organize your discussion, as well as pinning discussions so that a student that comes here can easily access that. One example of that might be a class frequently asked question discussion, as well as discussions that have been closed for comments. Okay, so if I wanted to create a new discussion, I'll just click here where it says discussion. And again, this can be done through the module page. And again, you have the rich content editor, the title, and then this is the post to. And so what this is this allows you to, just like an assignment, to assign it to only certain sections or even down to the individual student. We use this in our district as a way of creating individual pages for students that get support services. We create their own individual discussion post assigned only to them, and they are the only ones that see it. Some different options that are available on here is that allowing thread replies, which is pretty common, allows those posts to be put underneath the ones that they're replying to create that conversational style. Right here though, users must post before seeing replies. This is a great feature for teachers because it allows them to ask their students to give their thoughts first before they start seeing their fellow classmates. You won't need to really use enable podcast feed, but the graded actually gives you the rest of the features that are the same on the assignment page, and this will then also show up on the assignment index page as well, allowing liking. Now notice that I can add to student to do, and that will put it on the calendar and the to do for the student, but it doesn't actually create a grade in the grade column in the gradebook, and it doesn't allow me to grade it. But when I hit graded, that option goes away because by creating an assignment out of it, I am making it a to-do. Okay, and just let's go ahead and create a discussions for substitutes, and we'll just say some content. And I won't attach a grade to this, but we will add to student to do. And no, actually not. Let's not. And so I'm just going to hit save. And so now what you see that it has this reply button. And notice that I have not published it yet, so nobody would see this yet. But when a student hits that reply button, they have, again, that full rich content editor. They can add text, they can add styling, as well as external tools, columns and rows inside of a table. They can use lists. So list 1, list 2, and they can highlight and grab this list function right there, and it's going to give them bullet points as well. That's a unnumbered list or unordered list, and they can do a numbered or ordered list as well. They can add links, and so it's very diverse. By allowing students to put their content in a discussion post versus an assignment, the idea really there is with an assignment, the only person that's going to see that is the teacher. With a discussion post, everybody's going to see their content. And so a teacher might choose to use one or the other depending on their need. Let's go ahead and delete that. And that is the discussion post.